Hey everyone, this is Marina Bommarito with Bommyourmind Life Coaching. And today I'm going to discuss the difference between self-esteem and self-worth. So, basic definition, self-esteem is how you think and how you feel about the things that you do and the person that you are. And self-worth takes it one step deeper, and it's an understanding that you are invaluable, that you are greater than the things that you accomplish and the things that you do. Now, this differentiation is really important because we aren't going to have a great self-esteem without that deeper level of self-worth. Now, to dissect this a little bit, the idea of self-worth goes beyond the titles and the labels that we put on ourselves. So, an example, if you are an athlete, and all of your value and all of your self-worth is tied up in the label and the title of being an athlete, the risk of that is one day you aren't going to be an athlete anymore. Or let's say you break your leg at the end of a really important race and you can no longer race. Your value and your identity will crumble along with that title. So it's really important for us to focus on our self-worth and understand who we are at the core of our being, rather than measuring our value and self-worth on the things that we can accomplish, our looks, our bank accounts, our social media followers, our significant others. These are things that are really, really common to wrap up your value in. Now, ways to find your value are a little bit more challenging. So, one of the main reasons that we might have low value or low self-worth comes from our inner critic. And our inner critic looks different from person to person. So, if you think about the inner critic for the athlete, we'll keep on going with this example. That inner critic is constantly saying, you should be better, you should be stronger, you should be faster, you can do better, beat that person. Constantly telling yourself, you're not good enough the way that you are. You should be somebody that you're not. Now, there's two different ways to challenge this inner critic. There's a logical way to say, okay, maybe I should practice today. Maybe I should go to the gym. Maybe I should go on a run. These are things that are practical. Yeah, you should practice if you're an athlete, and that's part of the things that you need to accomplish for the day is, okay, I need to go to my training session and hit the gym. And then you can also look at it from am I putting too much pressure on myself way. So if you're constantly telling yourself you should be better, you should be skinnier, you should be richer, all of these things are just going to deflate your self-worth. You're telling yourself that you are not good and you don't deserve respect the way that you are. Now, challenging this critic in this way, saying, is that logical? Is that a fact or is that a feeling? Should I be skinnier and be stronger? Or is that me comparing myself to all of the people around me? And when you can determine if that's a feeling or if that's a fact, it helps to increase that self-value. You can say, okay, I know that I think that I need to be this way compared to the people around me, but that's not going to make me feel any better. It's really common for us as humans to measure our self-acceptance by what we achieve. And we only know what we achieve based on the competition. So my challenge to you is, instead of basing your self-worth on the people around you, on being better, stronger, faster, richer, prettier, challenge yourself to look at your self-worth based on who you are without all of these labels. Like I said, one day you won't be an athlete anymore, or you won't be in that relationship, or you won't have that job, whatever it might look like. Who are you at the core of your being? Are you kind? Are you compassionate? Are you joyful? Are you loving? Are you somebody that other people want to be around? Are you a good person? Now that can even go too far. Oh, I need to be better than that person. I need to give more. I need to be funnier. I need to be nicer. But take away all of the comparison to other people. Take away looking around and saying, am I better than that person? Have I done enough to be better than that person? Look at yourself for who you are internally, without the labels, without the comparison. Measure your self-worth deeper than that, deeper than getting tied up in these things that will eventually fade away. Now, this is really important when it comes to your relationships. If your self-worth is tied up in that other person, that's so much pressure to put on them. And if you think about back to the beginning of your relationship, that person is with you for who you are, not for who that person made you to be. So again, dive deeper than that relationship status. What are the things that you enjoy doing? Do you do them with your full heart? Ask yourself the difference between what your self-worth is and what your self-confidence is. The person who you say you are, the person who you feel you are. Now, I know that self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem, self-care, self-compassion, self-love, all of these things can get really confusing. If you need more clarification, if you want to have a conversation on this further, please feel free to post a comment, email me, message me directly. My Instagram or my Facebook, bommyourmind.com is my website. Just feel free to reach out and say, I need more clarification on this, or I have a comment on this. I'm not sure how to actually achieve this. I'm here for you. I'm a resource. I want to help you feel confident and boost up that self-worth. Thanks so much for watching.